My name is Abdulhamid Zakai, the news in full. Water scarcity has been a persistent challenge on campus, largely due to the rising cost of electricity. This has made access to water difficult for many students, especially those residing in the girls' hostel. In response, the rector has introduced a solar-powered solution, installing a 4-panel system to run the school water pumps. Since the installation, water supply across the campus has improved significantly, bringing much needed relief. Students, particularly in the girls' hostel, has experienced satisfaction with the development. However, boys' hostel has no issue. Our correspondent has more details on the story.
We are here today to make an observation on the installation of solar system to power the pumping machine for the girls' hostel borehole. For over a few years, they've been having water challenges, going for weeks and days without water. But recently, the rector looked into it and installed solar system to supply them water. For the past 5 days, we would hear from the students their experience and appreciation towards the rector for looking into this and coming to their aid with water supply.
I've been in the hostel since my 200 level, and right now I'm my 400 level, so that's like 3 years. Yes, and so before this time, the hostel we used to suffer from water because we don't have water, the well goes dry, and then our only option is Island FM and the Senate building. But right now, due to the solar installation, that's since Wednesday, but up to today we have water. Even the up tank pumps, we have water in our bedrooms. We can fetch water from the tap also. So every time you come to the tap, there is water for us. We commend the rector for this wonderful act of service for the hostel girls, that we are not suffering anymore.
And it's really helping us in the water aspect, because most of the time, sometimes we always suffer with well, and we go for days without even having water of cooking or even bathing. We always use the well water. We used to affect our skin and other things in our body.
Before now, we have to pump our water. We're burning the diesel or through the power holding, and it costs us a lot for us to pump. You know, when you're using, it's not something that is a household thing that you could control. Pumping water to this magnitude, you know, is going to burn a lot of units. So hence the need for us to think, to be critical about it. What do we do to be cost effective or cost efficient?
From the few interviews we've had, you would hear the excitement and appreciation from the voices of the students, because they've had constant water supply even down to their bathrooms. But before, they had to go to their neighboring station, Highland FM, to get water from the well and even the Senate building. But today, for the past 5 days, they've had good water supply and they are super excited. We trust and hope that this water lasts to serve them throughout their stay in school. Thank you very much. Emmanuel Jemima Chat, reporting from Campus TV.
Thank you for that story. There was a brief moment of concern on campus on Friday, on the 20th of March, after some students reported seeing a few unfamiliar men around the girls' hostel, with some wearing face masks. This led to ununderstandable tension among residents at that time. However, in a follow-up interview, the rector classified that the situation was a miscommunication between the school and local farmers who were in that area to clear up red tags. She mentioned that there was no threat to students and that the matter is being properly addressed. The school management has since reaffirmed its commitment to student safety, urging everyone to remain calm as normalcy has been fully restored. Our correspondent has more on the story.
The girls' hostel was on tension Friday night from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. midnight. The situation caused panic among the girls as the men had face masks on and some holding sticks. In an interview with one of the witnesses, she stated it was a big concern for them with the insecurity issues happening in the country.
On Friday, night by 10 o'clock thereabouts. My friend and I were coming back from somewhere, and then we saw a group of people by the extreme end of the school compound close to the fence with 4 people, and they were holding torchlights, and we didn't see it as nothing. So when I got to my room faces the back of the hostel, and through the bathroom window I saw them really close to the wall, and they were walking. So it was, disturbing. So I called someone else to check, and when they noticed that we were looking at them through the window, they started shining lights through our window, and they kept coming closer. So we told everyone, because it's alarming because of the number of insecurity that is happening. So we tried to call the matron to find out what's happening, because she was not in the hostel. So we wanted her to reach the security people, and when she did, she called back and said that okay, there were hunters in the school. And we're like, why are hunters in the school? So by this time, and we were not informed, so it was really scary. So we just told everyone in the hostel to go into their rooms and just stay there and keep their doors locked. And then she later called back to say that, oh, the security people are coming.
Later on, it was clarified that the men were hunters around the school and were trying to clear the bushes around the school premises. The rector further assured everyone that it was a little miscommunication, however, commended the hostel girls for their brave actions.
They were living in times of insecurity, and I like what they did. They quickly, it's an alert. You don't trust anyone. Rather than for them to be complacent and take things for granted, if it were somebody that sneak in, with that alert, it will call for serious actions. So that was just whatever, we're on top of it.
I remain NTAtvc Campus TV.